What if being at the point of having nothing left to lose is a gateway to reclaim your power? I'm Christel Arcucci. You're listening to the Desire Sessions podcast, the lightning path for spiritual women to quit people-pleasing, reclaim power, and to create a pleasure-led legacy of sensual freedom and embodied wealth. This recording is a desire session for a real live person. There are similar threads and stories that can support your shift and transformation. The client is a woman in her late 50s, is still carrying deep trauma from her childhood and unresolved issues with her parents, which she is currently living with as a caretaker. She's at a point of feeling she has nothing left to lose and is also feeling hopeless about stepping on to a path of power. Often in the spiritual communities, there is a lack of willingness to feel the challenging feelings, to embrace or even take ownership of feeling powerless or hopeless. Yet that creates a fight response in the system, in your body, mind, heart. One of the core teachings of oneness is not ungrounded, only love and light. The path of oneness embraces everything that is. That includes feeling hopeless, powerless. That includes trauma held in the body-mind. Trying to bypass the human experience of challenge and trauma keeps people stuck. It's your invitation to decide how deeply you can allow your system to move into the challenging emotions. Because if you just force yourself to go deeper and deeper into the trauma, it can simply just reactivate and make it worse. So this practice of desire sessions is increasing your capacity on all sides of the spectrum, being able to be with the most challenging aspects of yourself or your life, and increasing your capacity to feel good, whole, and perfect. If one part of the spectrum is limited, I'm not willing to feel bad, I am not willing to go into the trauma, the opposite end is also limited, creating a very narrow field of experience. This practice of embodied soul purpose supports you in being able to be with and hold a full spectrum of human experience, every single part of it. And in this session, you are the one that is regulating how far you go. I encourage you to play at the edges of your capacity. Just like if you were learning a yoga pose, you wouldn't force your body into a pose. You would move slowly, being present with the sensations in your body, noticing what your mind is saying, being with your experience and getting to the edge and gently breathing there, being there and looking for the place of opening and presence. To me, being present with what is the part that so many people are missing. I have to change it. I have to fix it. I have to get past it. I have to move beyond it. Why isn't it done yet? Instead of simply sitting with the feelings, the sensations, beyond just the story of feeling powerless, feeling hopeless, and as wild as it sounds, going towards meeting and being present with that you're actively fighting is a golden key that I feel that so many practitioners and modalities are missing. So with that invitation, bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Notice with the words that I have shared, notice how the words, the frequency and the message that I have shared so far lands and inhabits your body. Be with your experience. There may be an aspect that says, oh no, we're not going there. I won't be with that. Or there may be bracing in your system. There may be a sense of relief. Pay attention to the sensations more than the story your mind is saying. What sensations do you notice in your body? What is the quality and movement of your breath? With your hands gently resting on your body, begin to take gentle breaths, meaning you are not forcing yourself open to take a deeper breath. You are being with your experience in your body in this moment, being with all parts of you. Every single aspect is held, supported, seen, honored, and loved in this space, even if you don't feel that yourself. With your next breath, as you exhale, open your mouth and release out the sound. It is the vibration that's more important than the sound. 3 times, exhale. Feel your feet, your hips, and the back of your body. And as much as you can in this moment, rest, surrender, be held. The next sound with your exhale. And the next one, And the final sound for this series is Notice any changes. Notice shift. Can you surrender? Can you relax and soften? Can you relax and soften a little more deeply? If you find yourself moving only towards discomfort or trying to escape the discomfort, one breath with each sensation, one inhale, one exhale, then find something else. The survival mind is designed to keep you in what's familiar. So the mind might start rolling a familiar pattern, tape, habit loop, stress response. When you notice that, ideally, simply notice without being hard on yourself or mean to yourself. Simply return to the practice of one breath, one sensation. One breath, one sensation. This practice is so powerful, especially when you're in a triggering environment. Right now, ideally, while you're listening to me, you're in a safe and relaxed space. Yet this practice of one breath, one sensation can completely change your experience when you're in a setting where your nervous system is activated and you feel extremely stressed. One breath, one sensation. One breath, one sensation. Even if you find it challenging to move your awareness, simply repeating the phrase, one breath, one sensation, one breath, one sensation, will help move your mind, move the stressed mind into a new experience. A very important aspect of this work is the mind is not the bad guy. When the mind is overriding, that is the piece we're working on, is to bring the mind into, in support of, in service to the connection of mind, heart, and body. So keeping that in mind, we're looking for creating harmony and creating a team experience with mind, heart, and body. Two short inhales, one long exhale. Through your mouth, through your nose, whatever feels best to you now. Notice any shifts in your experience. Notice sensations in your body. Notice the flow of your mind. Notice the feeling, sensations around your heart space. Gently directing your breath and your attention into your heart space. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Immediately exhale, 2, 3, 4. Without forcing, continue this pattern of breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue this pattern of breathing for as long as you can without forcing. Nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose. Feels like a failure. It feels like the worst thing that could happen ever, to be in that position. What if having nothing left to lose is an access point? What if having nothing left to lose is a position of great power? Gently inhale for as long as you can without straining. What if nothing left to lose is the way that your system chose to reclaim power, reclaim your personal power? For the next few breaths, inhale for as long as you can without forcing. Exhale for as long as you can without forcing. Often in our minds, we think that reclaiming power is a one-time event. I did this thing. Why aren't I having a different experience? Reclaiming power. Reclaiming power. The path to reclaiming power needs to happen. The invitation to reclaim power happens with every single breath you take. Most often, those peak experiences will not sustain you for long. Reclaiming power is an invitation with each moment to breathe in what life is offering you, the challenging and the incredible. Receive what life is offering you. Be with it. Be in it. And breathe more deeply. And choose who to be and what to do in each moment. If you truly have nothing left to lose, the next time you are in an interaction with someone that triggers your stress response, that activates old patterns of being a servant, of giving away your power without even knowing you're doing it, reclaiming power with one small action of breathing and being in your own experience. Reclaiming power doesn't need to be some rebellious acting out, shouting and screaming match. Reclaiming power in the moment is being present with what is in your system and receiving the invitation of what your body is inviting you to do. The body doesn't lie. In a stressed system, the mind will repeat override patterns that override the connection to your body and your mind. What is your body inviting you to do in moments of stress? Breathe more. Get up and leave the room. Ask a question. It doesn't need to be dramatic. The smaller the act, the smaller the shift from stress into presence, the easier it is for your system to calibrate and to expand your capacity. So at first, in practicing this in a very challenging environment, you are simply being more present with your own body, ideally placing your hands on your own body in a way that somebody won't even notice. Breathing more deeply into your own body, into your hands, leaning back into your own experience. When a child has been conditioned to be a people pleaser and a caretaker, which is the dominant conditioning for girls, is to have your energy up and out and focused on others. This practice of moving back into your own experience can be so gentle at first. What am I experiencing in this moment? What am I noticing with my system? One sensation, one breath. Avoid going into the story of the override mind, because that will disconnect you from your physical, sensational experience. One breath, one sensation, pull your energy back into your own body. It is a radical act of reclamation. It will feel terrifying to your system at first because it has been set up as a survival strategy to have your energy, your focus, your attention outward to caretake and people please others. Keeping your attention on the other and pulling your energy back into yourself at the same time. What is my experience? How is my breath moving? What sensations do I notice in my body? One sensation, one breath, gentle movement. Feeling the movement of your breath. Gently moving your body. Shift your weight to one side. Lean back. Move your fingers. Bring yourself into your body. Creating a sense of safety in your own body sounds simple, and in a traumatized system, it is not easy. One breath, one sensation, gentle movement, being with what is. Ideally, you are practicing this in lower stress situations, while everyone is quiet watching television, while people's focus is somewhere else, not on you, yet you're in the same space. When you're alone, practicing this, so you are expanding your capacity to be in your own skin, to be with your breath, to be in your experience, to be being the people pleaser, the servant of others' needs, has disconnected you from your being. Part of the conditioning is that your only value is in doing. So we are gently pulling your energy back into your being, gently being with yourself and your own experience. Notice that I can hold you. I can hold your experience with gentleness, with presence that is not trying to fix or change you. Being with you, holding you, holding you, being with you, landing here and now, surrendering into the portal of nothing left to lose as a portal to your personal power. Often we take ourselves to that point where there is nothing left to lose, so that you make the choice to reclaim your body, your mind, your heart, your experience in each moment. Remember, the peak experiences will not sustain you in reclaiming your power. It's 1,000 choices each day to breathe, to be with your body, to move gently, to drink water, to rest, to be in nature, to fill your mind with resources and people, books, podcasts, audiobooks that support you in believing your being is valuable and your being has been deeply traumatized. You are not broken. That is part of the human experience, what your soul decided to do in coming here. Landing here. And yes, there may be moments where you're annoyed or frustrated with yourself for choosing this. What? I didn't choose this. I don't want this. What was I thinking? Let there be humor in what you have chosen and focus on choosing this moment and how can you reclaim your power. It's as simple as breathing more gently, of noticing the sensations in your body, in choosing what you do next. Being and doing. Your being and doing are valuable. Rewiring your system. Gentle inhale, full exhale. Receiving life force. Receiving what your life is offering you. It's much more challenging to receive the things you say you don't want. Oh, depression. Oh, despair. Oh, powerless. And what can make it more fun is to make it playfully dramatic. Oh, powerlessness. Oh, I don't like it when you visit me. I want to feel powerful. Why do you keep putting weight on my chest and shoulders? I feel so powerless. Playfully dramatic. The human experience is the divine play, the comedy and tragedy of being human. And saying it out loud. Whisper it if you need to. Powerless. I feel powerless. I don't want to play with powerless anymore. Go away. Powerless. I want to feel powerful. I want to feel delicious. I want to feel sensual. I want to feel rich. I want to feel like a queen, but I don't. But I feel the fire of desire brewing in my belly. Speaking your way to power when you are by yourself, driving or walking alone. Your voice creates momentum. Speaking the desire from power. Speak your desire from power. I want to feel so wealthy. I want to feel loved. I want to feel confident in my skin. Is different than speaking your desire from a place of hopelessness, from powerlessness. It just perpetuates that. Speaking desire must come from turn on. And the more that you can speak from a place of turn on in your body, creating momentum, fueling the timeline of what you desire, your reality shifts more quickly because your being and doing are working together to shift your experience. Inhale and exhale. Being and doing. Breathing more deeply supports you to activate your being. Speaking helps add momentum to your desire. Small actions, small ways of doing what you desire is the way to reclaim your power. Breath, movement, sound, nature. And nature is not only time outside, but is also feeding your body good food, drinking water with deep appreciation, awareness, and resting. You need more rest than you allow yourself. Moving out of a fight or flight state of high adrenaline and high cortisol needs rest. You deserve to rest. You're allowed to say no, gently, with kindness. Reclaiming your breath, reclaiming your life, reclaiming your power and your pleasure, one breath at a time, one choice at a time, doing your best to be kind to yourself in the moments where you feel trapped, stuck, hopeless. Be gentle. Hear my voice encouraging you to breathe gently, to move your attention into the back of your body, to feel the energetic support that is available to you, and to make the best possible choices in the next moment. I don't care what you chose 5 minutes ago. What are you choosing now? How can you care and tend to yourself now? One breath, one sensation, gentle movement, creating momentum on the path of your pleasure power. Simple, one breath at a time, one choice at a time. I don't care what you chose yesterday, last week, or 40 years ago. This breath now, this breath here, this point of power now. Your expression of power doesn't have to be some radical, rebellious, disruptive act. The first moments of reclaiming your power are going to be quiet, simple, in feeling your breath, feeling your body, feeling your life force, and choosing to step onto the timeline of your embodied soul purpose. One breath, one moment at a time, and gently bringing movement into your fingers and toes. Gently expanding your breath, moving your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hips, subtle movement, flexing and pointing your ankles, enlivening your body, and gently opening your eyes. And with your eyes open, one breath, one sensation. Notice thoughts, but do not fuel the override of your mind. I hear you thinking, and I feel this sensation in my body. I feel this movement of my breath. Come back and listen to this again until it becomes easier and more available to be with yourself, no matter what is happening. It's a pleasure to co-create and embody soul purpose with you. I'm now offering single sessions called a desire session. The focus is to discover your soul's desires and clear what is blocking you from receiving. Asking for what you want and receiving unapologetically is a revolutionary act. Like this podcast, a desire session is a one-on-one phone session that includes pleasure body breath, sensual hypnosis, and an Akashic recode, just like this podcast, but it's personalized for you. I would love to share it with you. You can book your desire session at desiresession.com. If you're interested to explore co-creating one-on-one with me for 3 months or more, please visit Embody Your Legacy to fill out an application. For more revolutionary teachings and tools, please leave a review and follow on your favorite podcast app. Or to see all the podcast episodes, visit desiresessionspodcast.com. I believe in you and the magic power of your soul. I'm sending you so much love. You're listening to the Desire Sessions podcast, the lightning path for spiritual women over 40 to quit people-pleasing, reclaim power, and create a pleasure-led legacy of sensual freedom and embodied wealth.